year. What's good? What's good? How's everybody doing?
Good. How we doing? How we doing today?
We
What's good,
doing
y'all?
all right. We doing all right. Welcome everybody to the Swoop Boys Pod. Today we gonna, go outside of the norm and do something a little premature. We're gonna talk about this NFC East as we gear up. NFL pulled a nice little flex on us and decided to redo the schedule release and push it till next week. So unfortunately, we gotta wait for that, John. But my man, all the way from the West Coast, over there bumping.
Oh,
We got Rico West. How you doing over there, fam?
I'm doing good, man. It's not like they're not like us.
How soon are we gonna hear the Eagles Rams game? Don't let Philly get up. Don't let Philly be up.
Do not let Philly be up at that game because it's gonna go crazy one more time. Like it was a movie last year. I could only imagine what's gonna be done this year.
Oh, boy. And then I got my man all the way on the other side of the states on the East Coast. The NFL Masala himself. What's going on?
Namaskar, Rakshak from NFL Masala here. Thank you for having me, as always, to talk about the latest things in the NFL with this Eagles footballs with a little bit of spice.
Yeah.
That's what I love to hear. And then, of course, we got somebody who's been sitting in the epicenter of this controversial little dispute going on between Canada and the West Coast. Rick Ross's very own next door neighbor. And why not, on the Eagles podcast, start this off right? So
Wear my Cowboys gear, with pride, and I will sing the fight song. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles!
Bulls.
We appreciate you so much, Cole.
How you doing, Big Pimpin'? How's everything out
I'm
there?
good, man. I'm good, man. Shoot. It is what it is at this point, man. I hope y'all having a good one, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you.
I see you stuck with your little one. I got mine in bed. She ain't trying to go to bed, huh?
Nah, but we an hour behind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So not yet. And then she don't go to bed till about like 9:30, 10. So
Man.
Oh shit.
You gotta change that up, man.
You gotta switch it up, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
their schedule, bro.
mine's 8, and she be trying to sneak up to like 11. I'll be like, hey, you gotta get to
That's
bed.
when my oldest one knocking on the door. Shoot.
Oh yeah, my oldest is 17. She go inside that room and
well, yours flying the coop soon, man.
Oh yeah. Hey, but that's what she says though, because she always tells me, hey, Dad, I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm gonna move out. I said, hey, good luck.
Nah, she gonna come.
Good luck. Daddy gonna be right here. I said the same thing to my mom and pops. And I didn't leave for a minute.
I'm saying that right now. She 5.
Feel me?
So we gonna go ahead, get into this, take a little premature look into the NFC East. I don't care about everybody else because at the end of the day, since 2005, 2004, we haven't had a back-to-back NFC East champ. So it's still wide open.
Yeah,
it is.
Yep.
As much as Coles don't want to talk about his Cowboys, there's still a possibility. Because we could potentially have 3 teams out of the division make the playoffs. And all you do is just need to get a chance to get into the playoffs. And you have a 1 out of 7% chance, or 1 out of 7 chance to get to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is crazy like that, man. It depends on how the schedule is structured, in my opinion. And we don't know. We don't know what the Commanders can do, man. They might be built, and they might just Commander, so we don't know.
But I will say this though. They yes, they did a lot of moves, but I told my cousin, because my cousin's a Commander fan. I'm like, you guys didn't go get an offensive line though. Jaden gonna be running for his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for the boy because I like him. He from right here. He down the street from my neighborhood, San Bernardino. He in my backyard. So I like the kid. He dope. I seen him play growing up, but he gonna be running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Then Cliff Kingsbury, his style offense is like, it kind of basically it lets the defensive lineman come after him anyway. The way how he has his offensive line shift, but they think it's kind of funny because they think they upgraded a lot, getting Tyler Biadasz from us. We didn't even want Tyler Biadasz. We didn't want to resign him. You know what I'm saying? We wanted him off the team. So it's gonna be real funny to see how that. Just depends on how they game plan is.
Yeah, and I actually want to get into a bit of Cliff Kingsbury, and I mean and I'm still very shocked. Like honestly, like that Eric Bieniemy has not had a head coaching position. He at least deserves to have at least like one season. Just evaluate from that, or if you want to go with the long term, stick with it. But putting in Cliff Kingsbury, the guy who I saw in college when I was a Texas Tech guy, and he was our head coach. When I saw him work with the quarterbacks of like a walk-on Baker Mayfield, I still hate that dude, by the way, because he went to freaking OU, one of the worst universities here. And not just Baker Mayfield, Davis Webb, who's apparently now like retired to be like a QB coach. And then of course we got to see, of course, the early version of Patrick Mahomes, who would always scare us half to death by like doing some scramble drills and like just chuck it down midfield. But I mean, like with Cliff Kingsbury, the offense is going to open up. But what do we know about the air raid concept? It is basically F it, throw the ball someone out there. That is literally what the plan is. And unless Cliff Kingsbury moves more towards the West Coast offense, the air raid does not work in college.
I just want to know how many rookie quarterbacks Cliff Kingsbury is going to get. He got Kyler rookie year. Now he got Jaden Daniels' rookie year. He killed Josh Rosen's career. So
yeah, Josh Rosen he just wasn't good. He didn't make it bitter, but yeah, he definitely wasn't.
Jokic winning MVP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. He can win MVP. That means he don't get a trophy. Because them boys about to get waxed over there by
Ant-Man.
I'm shocked. Prior to the series, I honestly thought that the Nuggets were gonna win this 4-2, 4-1. Just like, but then I'm seeing Ant-Man ball out. I'm like,
yeah, he focused. He locked in.
He is him right now.
Oh man, if they continue playing that, I think I think we may be asking for some broomsticks pretty soon.
Yeah.
On
both ends, I got OKC sweeping as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, for my Mavs, I mean, we kind of expected it. I kind of expected something like that. Like the Thunder are no walkovers. Like they have some young dogs, right?
They got young guns.
The Cowboys jinxed them. That's all, saying good luck to them.
That's it, huh? They cursed them with that one. Huh?
Yeah, they put that Cowboys playoff stink on them, and there's no way of coming back from that. I guarantee it. And I'm not a Mavs, fan at all.
The funny thing is Cole, originally I'm from the Dallas area. And I'm the only Eagles fan in my entire family. Like, that's how.
Shame on you.
He was raised right.
You're the lone wolf.
He saw something. He foreshadowed the future. It was like,
he saw
The
Brian
fun-
Dawkins.
like,
He
the-
said,
like,
that's
the-
him.
The funniest thing, like the first NFL football game I ever watched, like when I first moved to the United States, was a Cowboys Eagles game. That was the game that Michael Irvin got hurt.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
And prior to that, the Eagles were playing really good defense. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was good.
I was
They
support
had
that
good
team. Stuck with them. The rest of my family joined the dark side. They became Cowboys fans, and we all know the story. Ever since I moved to the United States in 1999, the Cowboys have not been to a Super Bowl. So let's keep it that way.
Nope, they've been stinking it up. They've been stinking it up.
all right, so we got Coles, we got everybody here. Let's look into last year's standings. So we're gonna start from the bottom, work our way up. So the
do
team
it.
that had the worst record spent the most money in free agency. We talking about them commies, them left hand up. We the Commanders.
Commies.
So as we look at the Washington Commanders, they had their big departures: Jacoby Brissett, Antonio Gibson, Curtis Samuel, Sadiq Charles, Cody Barton, and then Cameron Curl. And then, as you can see in the additions, they got a CVS receipt equivalent.
Mhm.
Marcus Mariota left Philly to go basically across the river.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz is going to get booed twice a year now, regardless of being on the Super Bowl team. Austin Eckler decided the Bay was not it as far as on the West Coast and is now going to play in the cold.
Mhm.
And then you got a couple of familiar faces, huh, Coles? Durant Armstrong, Tyler Biades, badass.
Yeah, be honest. Yeah, he can go.
He can go.
And
I
you
did
got
know. Yeah, go.
the
Oh no,
whole Carolina Panthers on there. Jeremy Schwinn, Frankie Louvu. Like, bro, on paper, they look straight.
Yeah.
They look straight on paper.
You're missing out on one addition, by the way. On their wide receiver, they also signed Olamide Zaccheaus, ex-Eagle wide receiver. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens with them, man. I'm not really, like I said, they didn't invest in the O-line where they needed to invest.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got Jaden Daniels is a good quarterback. Yes, we've seen that in LSU. You know, he can do what he does, yes, with his legs, but he had people to protect him.
So, with the Commanders finishing the season last year, going 4-13.
They get one more win.
They get, but that they're, as an Eagles fan, that record does not reflect that team because boy,
they give us a run.
They made it very tough.
They made it
when
tough.
when they played us, you thought they was fighting for a playoff spot. So
they played y'all hard because we destroyed them.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what it is. Every time we play them, they always want to give us a run. They always want to give us a run.
They played y'all hard, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, did y'all get the juice today or what?
I got something against y'all, man.
I would also have to say it's a bit of Eric Bieniemy's thing on him because he's like, oh, I've seen this defense before, and I know how to exploit it perfectly. Even if I have like a bunch of like other talent, I know how to work against them. I know how to beat them. I know how to score points on them. And you know what? Credit to the Commanders. They gave us 2 really hard fought games in which we had to dig out and win. Credit to them.
So it's a couple of changes happened out there in Washington. Of course, you know, new ownership. Dan Snyder eventually got John Gruden out of the league. So you got Magic Johnson. You got that boy that's basically owning the Sixers as well. And new head coach, Riverboat Ron, is now done in Washington. And you got a new face out there. The last time the Commanders did draft a quarterback in the first round, it actually panned out, regardless of, you know, that quarterback not playing anymore.
Was it RG3, right?
It was RG3.
It was RG3, correct?
No, the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Wayne Haskins was they last.
Oh yeah, they did have Dwayne
Oh my
Haskins.
goodness.
Ooh.
They
Oh,
did draft Dwayne Haskins.
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest
Dwayne
in peace,
Haskins, God
man.
rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace. Nah, but I just hope they don't. I personally hope they just don't run him like RG3, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely agree with you on that. And I mean, as I'm taking a look into the as of now, I have side by side open the Washington Commanders depth chart, and even with the additions of Nick Allegretti, who was from the Chiefs Super Bowl roster winning, and of course you steal Tyler Biotish because you could not find a center from the actual market. And Sam Cosmi, Andrew Wiley, these are two faces that they sound very familiar because they've stayed over from last year. But I mean, there's one weakness on that Commanders offensive line. It's that left tackle position. I mean, if you're the Cowboys, you could easily be, oh, I know how we're gonna win this one. Micah Parsons, you go over, nya, and you attack, nya. That's exactly what you have to do. And I mean, if you want to have an over or under of how many times Micah Parsons beats that dude, I'm gonna shoot a ballpark 10 times at least.
Well, you never know. We might finesse sending Mekhi Becton to the Commanders for some additional picks. But as you're looking at their depth chart, they picked up, as you saw, one of the McCaffrey brothers coming out of Rice. They brought what is it, Jermaine Newton? Yeah, from Illinois, defensive tackle. So, they've added some talent out there that can help their defense a little bit. At this point, I'm probably not asking Jaden Daniels to come out there and shake and bake. Just be what Cam Newton call it, a game manager.
I think with this one, I mean, what I initially in the draft, Jermaine Newton, I had him as a first round pick. I graded him to be one of those first round picks because he second behind Byron Murphy from UT. But I mean, getting him at that 50 and 53rd picks that the Eagles traded in order to jump up the Packers and get Cooper DeJean. I mean, I have to say it's good value, and of course, that Mike Sanders still corner, which I'm gonna be honest with this one with Mike Sanders still. I think he went a bit too high in the second round. I thought it was late second, early third at best. That's just my take.
Coles, what are you thinking over there? As a Cowboys fan, are you paying more attention to them, or are you just focused on the non-NFC East guys?
As far as the Commanders, I'm keeping my eye on them. I'm trying to see what they're doing. We got to understand this is a new ownership they're dealing with, new GM. The GM, in my opinion, he did a good job. He made some good. One thing we knew about the Commanders back then, they used to always, in Ron Rivera's era, they always went for defensive tackles over and over and over again. Instead of filling in the holes. Now, you're right about the offensive line. They really haven't addressed it. They got, Tyler Biotis and, poor guy from Kansas City and thought that they probably, But I've been communicating with Commander fans, and they're, when you lose so much, you want to lower your expectations. And that's what they're doing right now is lowering their they want to feel like, okay, we about to really do something. But even that fan base feel like, well, we still got some more work to do. We just gonna see what happens. So I believe they're gonna be a playoff team. They can sneak in. That's why I said they're sneaky. We got to watch out for them. They're gonna compete, especially with them having the weakest schedule in our division because they're the last one. Usually that's how it works out. It worked out for the Texans. The Texans weren't they the weakest one? And look how they did, Just by getting a new quarterback, you don't know what's gonna happen. So in the coach. So
yeah, but look what the Texans did. They leaked the marijuana picture out there. get Loren, was it Jeremy
Lar-
Tunzel,
Laramie
Yeah.
Tunsil,
Jeremy Tunzel, and then stack up their O line, and then you put a rookie behind it, and you can see the success.
Oh,
Yep.
definitely, bro.
Mhm.
Just saying,
But-
watch out for them Commanders.
Yeah.
And
You can ground them, but they can sneak up on them for sure.
I mean, they always do. I mean, for us at least. For
I'm
us,
talking about like fighting for a playoff spot. Like it could
I mean,
get,
on paper, they
Yeah.
look. You know, they did some moves. I will say that because, like I said,
Yeah.
my cousin's a Commander fan, and he was telling me all the additions. I was watching it as well. I was keeping an eye out, and I'm like, okay, they're trying to. You know, obviously they got the most money, so they can do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Chicago. You know, Chicago built a great offense, but you know, we're gonna see.
we'll see.
I will keep an eye on them though.
Yeah.
When we say we'll see, look like one of these guys showed up on CP time. So, Cozy, what's good, bro?
Hello.
good, man.
What up,
Hey,
guys?
coach,
What up?
showing them guns off.
Oh, these bad boys,
These
bro. I was laying in bed watching Band of Brothers, and I'm just sitting there and I look down and I'm like 752. Holy shit! I had to set up
Band of
everything,
Brothers will do
bro.
that to you.
Bro, I'm on episode 8.
Ooh, that's a good. Yeah.
Malarkey just got promoted. It's going pretty good.
When you
There's a
get
war
done,
going
check
on,
out
but-
the one with Austin Butler, the Air Force One, or it's World War II. We fly in the air or whatever. It's actually decent.
Hmm.
So
I'll hold
if
off
you
on
and
the
that-
war shows.
I'll
if
hold
you're not back,
No more war.
but
shows.
you're
I
watching
definitely
Band
need
of
some.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying I got my war fix. Now I need to watch a cartoon or something.
Fair enough.
Mix it up. I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Swap it up.
Now, the next
All right.
squad we about to talk to didn't do as great as the Commanders, but they hold them by 2 games, going 6-11. It is the I guess
Oh, I came in at the worst time.
The
The
net.
Giants.
yeah. So if we look at the Giants, their big departures, of course, is going to be Xavier McKinney going to Green Bay, Saquon Barkley going to I can't remember what team he went to.
Oh man,
Damn.
I
Whatever
wonder.
team it was, they're lucky.
they are lucky as
Oh,
hell.
boy. I
Oh.
actually
We ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about it.
Yeah, we ain't. I'll tell you what, say no. We're not even gonna go there yet.
We're not gonna talk about
Tyrod
that.
Taylor, Paris Campbell. But then they did make a couple of splashes. So they got a former Eagle great. Seed,
Oh yes.
John
That's-
Runyon.
Yeah,
They picked up Brian Burns from Cali. Not Cali, from Carolina,
Carolina.
and
That
they
was
paid
good.
that man.
Mhm.
And then it looks like the Giants are the new Eagles. You got Jack Stoll, you got Jalen Mills. So I guess they're trying to, take leftovers and replicate what they
What we
couldn't
had.
replicate.
They should have got some of y'all offensive line.
Or they should have gone more on the tight end option. I mean, like Jack Stoll, he'll only do so much, but
Mhm.
but then again, there's a question mark on Darren Waller's
I thought he had
on his thing. Is he gonna
Gonna
continue?
retire.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought he retired.
I don't know
And I
yet.
mean, like, yeah, you're able to draft Theo Johnson, and also sign Chris Manhans and Jack Stoll, but then you're also combining it with Daniel Bellinger and Tyree Jackson. But it's like, I mean, you don't really have a true number 1 tight end with the Giants, and here's the biggest asterisk I will say on this entire Giants team. Guess who's still their quarterback?
Never heard of her.
We don't know.
Tommy DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Let's go. Nah. Tommy.
The Italian with the best dress manager.
Didn't he fire him or something? Didn't
Yeah, he fired
Yeah.
his manager, I thought.
He fired him.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but you could tell, like even their first round wide receiver rookie, he didn't even look happy when he went the next day.
Yeah, they were making all types of excuses, talking about he was tired and all that shit.
Nah, that boy was mad. That boy was like,
He never broke a smile during the draft.
he was
never-
like, Jade, he looked at Jaden like, I love you, dog. Why do I gotta go against you? That sucks, bro. That sucks
Yeah.
for them.
So you got the New York Giants with, of course, White Vic starting at quarterback from They lose Saquon, so they decide to pick up Devin Singletary from the Texans. And then, of course, drafting Malik Neighbors from LSU. You still got Darius Slayton, Wandell Robinson. Darren Waller is projected to retire. The O-line is kind of outside of Evan Neal and John Ray and the other three guys, Andrew Thomas, they still got a little work on.
Right.
Defense, low key, maybe.
I don't.
Defense definitely
Kavion
better than their
Thibodeau,
offense.
Brian Burns. You got one of my former players, Aziz Aguilari. You still got Isaiah Simmons, who basically is a linebacker but can play DB. And then Tyler Nubin from Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah.
And then Deontay Banks, who's starting to get into stride, and Dexter Lawrence as well out there in the D tackle. So their defense so far it looks straight. And then how you pronounce this? Bobby Oki. Oh,
Bobby
the
Okereke.
NFL's about to turn into Africa, bro, with all these damn Nigerians.
Bobby Okereke, or something like that.
I won't touch that comment.
Look at the Detroit Lions roster, and then
yeah, they out there crazy. It's funny they think they got one on us by us trading with them.
But Coles, man, as a Cowboys fan, y'all being all in this year, how you think y'all would fare out against the New York Football Giants?
Sweeping them.
Sweeping them.
Sweeping.
They ain't got no better. They ain't got better. And see, their defense, I agree, they made some good pickups on the defense. But what's the point if your offense stinks? Your quarterback can't make no plays. Who's the running back? Do they have a running game? We just talked about
that guy. They have that one guy.
That one guy.
They have that one guy that can catch it. And
does he catch passes? Is he like a receiving type of tight end, or he just block?
They have correction. According to their depth chart, their RB1 is Devin Singletary.
Oh, that's all y'all got? Nah, we got no Giants.
It's very terrifying. Devin Singletary, he's going to be MVP of the NFC.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, they're gonna win, man. They got Devin Singletary, man.
That's the one team I don't even care about. Like both teams, they don't even deserve to be on prime time against us. Like it should be 1:00 games for both of us. Let them be prime. Let them be prime.
I don't want to see the Giants at a night game at all.
Right?
No prime time games for the Giants. No one cares.
American people deserve better.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. That was almost like the Broncos in Chicago last year playing games prime time. Like, what's going on?
Oh, that game wasn't bad.
No, when they were playing by themselves, like when Broncos had their own prime time and they were playing bad for like the first couple weeks, and it was just going bad. I was just like, "What the hell, dog? These are just horrible games right now on prime time."
Well, there's a lot of bad primetime games because they base it on like what teams they think might be good.
Supposedly, it was going to be good.
Didn't the Jets have a lot of primetime games?
The Jets, but nobody.
It was when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Under.
It went downhill from there, man.
Bro, I still can't believe that Aaron Rodgers shit. That's so like injuries aren't funny, obviously, but like the overall situation is comedy.
Pissed.
Like running out to the field with the flag, it was like, oh, this season's about to be crazy. What was it? 3 snaps in? Like, come on, bro.
I want to see
it's that MetLife turf, man, and that monstrosity of an offensive line.
Yeah,
they're responsible for their own failures. The Jets.
I mean, y'all got that offensive lineman that got him hurt.
Mekhi Becton.
Oh yeah,
he the one that screwed up.
The funny thing, yeah.
No, go ahead.
His thought was so crazy it froze.
Oh, there you go.
He didn't. He
Oh,
did
it's
something
bro-
Beyonce couldn't do. He froze the internet.
He must have tried to
There
do
you
a
go. He
dance.
back.
I was about to say he must have tried to do a dance move too fast.
Oh no! I know I can't. I mean, I can't podcast and dance at the same time, bro. I can't do that.
Not with that
playing
attitude, you can't.
but like with Mekhi Becton, this was like his only season that other than his rookie year that he played like almost a full 17 games. He played 16 out of the 17. Of course, like it stank because he rarely played the seasons in between. So this could be like one of like his potential like tryout years. Maybe they start up as a backup but not as a freaking guard. That's all I will say.
He's depth, so it doesn't really matter.
Depth. Yeah.
All right.
We'll play
And
that week
then
17 game against nobody that matters.
Facts.
Now we have to discuss this team that placed in second place.
Sad.
So they finished 11-6 with a first round out.
Yeah.
This one is as always. And before we even get into this, everybody, make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification button so that way y'all aren't like Cozy, sleep, getting caught up in TV and missing out on some decent content. But let's talk about these Bears, man. So departures, two big ones, two retirees. Jason Kelsey making half of America cry.
Yeah.
If you didn't cry, you
Are you
need
really
to go
an
ahead
Eagles
and
fan?
just turn yourself into the authorities. No, just
If
turn
you didn't
yourself
cry,
into the
fuck you.
authorities.
Get out of here.
Then Fletcher Cox retiring as well. Then DeAndre Swift, that boy's decided to go play with Caleb Williams. Kevin Byard, I have no clue what happened with him. I'm just glad he's gone.
I think he went to the Bears. I think he went to the Bears.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he did too.
And then Marcus Mariota, shout out to him for being the first quarterback to don the number 0 and not play.
he played 0 games, literally.
It was the perfect number for him.
0.
Then you got Jake Stahl, of course, going up the street to New York. Jack Driscoll, and then Sua Opeta. Students of Stoutland University that have departed and received the bag. And
I mean,
on
if we're
the
being real, only 2 of those guys really matter to us.
Yeah. On that list.
Kelsey and Cox are the only ones that like, oh damn.
Oh, those
everyone
are the
else is
guys
like,
you were
okay.
thinking of? I thought it was Sua Opeta and Jack Driscoll.
Oh, no, definitely not. Everyone
then
else
on the
is, like,
additions-
easily replaceable.
On the additions, we got Bryce Huff, who's the new Agent 0. We got Quadzilla, or I guess Jalen's new thing. Saquon Barkley, the way Jalen was looking at him squat that other day. And then you got my next door neighbor, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Hey.
Devin White out there at linebacker. For some odd reason, we picked up Kenny Pickett. That makes no sense. But
yeah.
Swizzy's favorite player and probably already ordered the jersey, Matt Hennessy.
Henny, baby.
Excuse the writing because I was rushing off work. But wide receiver Devontae Parker, another giant Paris Campbell, who's probably going to be more integrated into special teams with the new kickoff.
Yeah.
And I'm missing a couple, but Oren Burks, a linebacker we picked up. And then, this dude probably lost his job to a rookie, Tyler Hall. He was my favorite to go ahead and be that nickel. But then you look at the draft picks. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Jalix Hunt, Will Shipley, Anaya Smith, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Trevor Keegan. Go ahead, say it.
By the way, did you know that Trevor Keegan allowed 0 sacks when he was in Michigan?
Hey.
Yeah, that was a good pickup for y'all. Like a lot of people was like, I think was kind of iffy about him. I was like, man, he's solid.
So of course, we got our ATLN residential Cowboys, realistic Cowboys fan. Coles, give us your honest opinion
On the draft picks,
on just the premature overlook of the Eagles as we're preparing for heading into. It's not even called OTAs no more. It's called OCPs,
Mm.
off
Oh, wow.
season conditioning period.
That's what y'all call it.
That's what the league is calling it now.
That's what the league calling it. Shoot, they
I
ain't
like
coming
that.
to them anyway, so should they voluntary? But as far as y'all moves, I mean, like I said many a time, like your GM, he knows how to GM. Like when it comes to signing the players, getting the players, contract situated, controlling the cap, acquiring good talent. Draft wise, he did pretty good. He had some solid pickups. Some of the pickups, like in the later rounds, I was like, okay, but that's what he do. Howie always pick like great in the beginning, and then towards the end, you'd be like, what kind of pick was that? But we'll see how it pans out. I like what y'all did, as a fan, as a football fan. The only thing I have question marks about is the coaching staff. That's all. I mean, y'all had a great off season last year, and it comes down to the coaching staff. I got to see how they are. I have my opinions on believe me or not, I have my opinions on Kellen Moore. Y'all can blame Dak, but Kellen Moore got problems. Hopefully he has it figured out, because he's still young. He has time to grow and get better. But that's my only worry about as a football fan about how your offense will coordinate. I don't know how the defense will be. Vic Fangio, he has his ups and downs. He definitely has a blueprint on that. So hopefully they go ahead and get that situated. He like to play like zone with Dak instead of man. So we need to figure out how to beat the zone because that dude,
Like,
I can't stand it, man. We're going to have to figure something out with that. But that's the only thing the only worry I have about is y'all coaching staff as far as Kellen Moore. I got to see how he gonna conduct with this offense.
right.
He's like a kid in the candy store right now because
Go ahead and spill the tea. Spill the tea about
I'm just
Kellen Moore.
saying, like as far as like wide receiver wise, like y'all have a great wide receiver room. I mean, Jalen Hurts can throw for days, and that's what he like. You know what I'm saying? And my concern is, will he be able to balance that out? Will he be able to make adjustments whenever he's figured out? Will he run the ball when y'all up? Because one thing, he'll light the scoreboard up. That's what he'll do that. Y'all will conduct a lot of points. It's the fact that yeah.
It was not to cut you off, but I feel like the running up the scoreboard thing is more Jerry in his ear. Because we all know Jerry wants to sell not sell his franchise. He wants to sell jerseys. He wants to make it exciting.
Mm-hmm.
He does that. He wants to just run it up. Whereas Lurie and the Eagles organization has never been really, they have a couple times, but like their motto has always been under Sirianni, like, all right, let's win and let's coast. Jerry is like, we beat teams. Let's just keep fucking beating them. That way we look better and everyone's talking about it more and they're talking about how dominant of a team we are. And I think that could be part of why Kellen did it. Because even after Kellen left, the team is still doing it. This is the Cowboys way. They want to touchdowns, sell tickets.
You have a point, but not really. That really wasn't the case because we had controversy on the sidelines with Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore when we were blowing up, running up the scoreboard, and Mike McCarthy didn't like that. That's the reason why Kellen is not there anymore because Mike McCarthy was like, bro, like you need I'm gonna let you do your thing because I ain't got no choice because Jerry wanted you to be here. But 2 games I named out, Green Bay when we played them and Jacksonville. We blew them, we was blowing them out. And then mistakes started coming because we kept on throwing the football instead of running the ball. Heck, even Aaron Rodgers was having a problem with LaFleur because LaFleur was doing the same thing. And whenever they came back, they had an opportunity to kind of put the game away and not go to overtime. LaFleur still throwing the ball. Aaron Rodgers got in LaFleur face, said, run the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? So they both had that same, problem. But yeah, as far as running up the scoreboard, that's definitely something that Kellen do. The reason why we were still blowing teams out last year is because we front run on top of, as far as the defense. The defense was putting up the points.
Yeah.
And we was able to, still go out. So we can't help it. The team just trash. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If the team trash, we can't help it, man. They can't stop us. But and Dak, look at the record. Dak sat out. He for a good run. He didn't play none of the fourth quarter. The whole fourth quarter, he was on the bench for like 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
So.
And I think like the credit to your defense is, of course, scoring is like the ability to generate those turnovers. And
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why the Cowboys had a successful defense. Because I mean, they forced fumbles, they intercepted, and what did they do? Well, they didn't just stop; they went ahead and scored. And that's what you're supposed to do. Like make your offense a little bit more easier. Like they can sit there, they can drink their Mai Tais and all that, but it's like. But it's all about like helping like overall like how you can help your team win. If your defense is scoring, that's even perfect. So I think like that's like that, and that has, and if I remember, the Cowboys had like I think they were like top 2 or top 3 in the number one scoring defense.
Yeah, we was like really top. I think we was the number 1.
Yeah,
it wasn't the Cowboys. It was
we were
run-
relying on the defense.
Yeah, and I think like one of your cornerbacks, like Deron Bland, had a streak of how many pick sixes going.
He broke the record.
Yeah.
It was Deron Bland featuring the Dallas Cowboys last year.
Yeah, he was going
Listen,
up.
I will stand on this. Deron Bland got robbed for defensive player of the year last year.
He did.
He broke records, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's you can't
broke
just
an
be
NFL
like
record, man.
a lot of sacks guy. Like, bro,
Who won it? Who won
I was
it?
telling my cousin.
Who won the defensive player of the year?
Don't even remember.
Was the
Watt,
Miles?
probably?
Oh, it was Brown's defensive player.
Oh, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
No, it was Miles.
And he
Garrett.
deserves it. Myles Garrett did a good job. He did.
But he
Miles
didn't
get
break
busy,
records.
but he
Yeah,
wasn't. Know what?
See-
You know what sold it? When Myles Garrett is basically dribbling a fake basketball in the middle of a game and get a sack in the same play.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
I think what hurt Duran was whenever he had that bad game against Seattle and DK
Yeah.
Metcalf like cooked
Yeah.
him. And I was like, when that happened, I was like, but he did get an interception in that game later on, but
He did.
he got an interception that game. But
He got burnt.
he
the whole
got
game,
cooked,
but
man.
still got
He
his
got
pick.
cooked bad.
All he needed, but like the thing is, all Deron Bland needed to do that game was to make one good play when
Yeah,
it
he did.
mattered the most, and
Yeah.
that was the interception. And
Yeah.
I mean, credit to him on that. Yeah.
He still got
Yeah,
robbed.
we
That's
got
crazy,
robbed,
man.
you know. My quarterback got robbed too.
All right, we're not gonna do all that.
Yeah,
no,
my
don't talk
quarterback
about that
got
one.
robbed.
No.
Wait, did your
So-
quarterback get robbed of going to the Super Bowl? Because that's what happened against the Packers. I think they robbed you.
He got robbed the MVP.
Nah,
He outplayed
what happened was
Lamar Jackson.
Aaron Jones got real estate in Jerry World. That boy's been in the league and
That-
hasn't
it ain't-
lost a game out there.
Dak don't play defense.
You right, but
Dak don't play defense, man. I'm talking
I ain't
about
put it on Dak.
I'm
That's
talking about
the
I'm talking about his MVP a regular season reward. He should have won that. But it is what it is.
Mhm.
But as we digress and we go back and look at the Philly at the Eagles, of course you got you know Mr. We don't set the temperature, we are the temperature at quarterback. And then you got his spotter out there at running back, Saquon Barkley. And then AJ Brown, who just coming off of a payday extension, becoming the highest paid wide receiver, extending the contract to 2029. Devontae Smith now getting another extension. And as far as the acquisitions with Devontae Parker, Paris Campbell, I think a lot of people are going to sleep on the UDFAs and the future reserve contracts that we cut. But then Dallas Goedert, who's up there in age now, 28. And, of course, the O-line. Everybody's paid. The only question mark for us is going to be that right guard. Who's going to sit there? We'll figure out, once we start with the preseason. And then on the defensive side, we still got a lot of question marks. Who's going to be the starting corners? Where is half of these guys going to play at linebacker? It's very interesting to see what Vic Fangio is going to do with this with the amount of guys he has on that defensive side. But Swizzy, what were you thinking?
I'm liking everything we did. I'm just kind of just wanting to really see what our defense can do with Vic. You know what I mean? I know there's potential. I know what we can do, but now we need to execute it. Now we brought CJ DJ back. Is that gonna change the way Bradbury plays? Trashbury plays? Because when he had that run, he played good because CJ DJ was right there. Or do you just take him out the mid and you throw Mitchell back there instantly? You know what I mean? Because they're talking about switching Cooper DeJean as I think they're gonna put him as another corner or something.
So they came out today. They're gonna put him at nickel.
There you go, nickel. So that's
Okay.
taking Avante's spot.
I think that makes a lot more sense in that case because because Cooper DeJean he's more of like that defensive gadget player, and I haven't watched a lot of tape on him during his career in Iowa, but the fact that he has that ability to play nickel corner and also if needed play at safety. I think I was like talking with Rika Riccozzi about this like a while back, but I literally had like a dream scenario. Vic Fangio, he goes, hear me out. Vic Fangio goes 3 safety look. You put CJ GJ, you have Cooper DeJean, and third one is either Reed Blankenship or Sidney Brown. Pick your poison in this case. But and then of course, and you have your two outside corners. It could be a combination of Slade, Bradbury, whatever. Then I'm thinking just before the plays happen, quick audible. Cooper DeJean comes motions in as your nickel corner just to seal up that just to cover that slot or that nickel position. So that could be something that you could do. You can employ a 3 safety look and then switch over into that 2 high shell that Vic Fangio always goes with, and then Cooper DeJean switches from that 3rd safety look as that nickel corner. That's something that we can. That's like something I imagine.
It's a solid scenario.
Cozy, what are you thinking?
Well, to go back to the beginning of what you were saying before, I think when it comes to like the guys we got, every move that was made perfectly replaces someone that left. I think we're straight on that. And when it comes to the whole Cooper playing nickel thing, I prefer that because you can trust him there because he can play safety, but you can also trust him to pick someone up as a corner. Mm-hmm. So it's basically having 3 corners on the field, except one can do other things. But if you also have Chauncey on the field, you have 4 corners on the field who can do, and 2 of them can do anything. So it's like, I think it's the perfect little scenario for our defensive backfield. My biggest concern is the D line, because like I said before in the last pod, we have Carter, we have Milton, we have Davis. And although Davis does look better from what we saw in those videos that we were talking about, my question mark is, are those guys going to take that leap now that the veteran is gone? No more Fletcher Cox. So now it's like, now you guys are the veterans. You now have to step up and become that vocal leader in the room. You have to step up on the field, and you have to step up and teach anyone that comes after you what to do. And if you're not learning properly, you can't teach properly. So that's my biggest concern. I think our linebackers and our CBs, DBs, all of them, I think they're fine. That's my biggest concern is the D line. I think our offense is fine. I think if Kellen Moore can get Dak in that team to be the first overall offense and then the 4th overall offense, I think he 100% can make some moves with our offense. So my biggest concern is D line, and like that's like the top of the list is D line.
See, I'm the opposite. My biggest concern is tight end because Kellen's offense is predicated off of tight ends. So outside of Dallas Goedert, these other dudes are questionable. You got Grant Calcaterra, who retired out of college because of concussions, and of course he gets on in the league and sits out. But with these, a couple of additions as far as Albert O, Yeah, they said Johnny Wilson's not going to be a tight end, but you can line him up like a tight end and a wideout and still run tight end style plays. Shoot,
Exactly.
anybody in flag, if you over 6'6", you running tight end routes. I'm not sending you deep. You send in the middle of the field.
I see y'all gonna do a lot of option routes.
Yeah.
That's something he love to do. Some option routes.
The option defense, the only thing I'm worried about is I'm not sure who's going to start at that 2 middle linebackers.
Right.
I do not 100% believe it will be Devin White and Nakobe Dean as the pair.
Yeah.
Part of me is definitely going to say Jeremiah Trotter may not be a starter. If I had to prematurely throw names out there, it's probably going to be Devin White and Oren Burks. Burks was just sitting behind 2 hell of a damn linebackers with was it Dre Greenlawn and
Fred Warner.
Yeah, Fred Warner. So of course you can't get out there on the field when them 2 dudes are out there. But overall, I have faith in Vic Fangio because the league is mimicking what he does, and you're only mimicking, expecting to try and get ahead of what's the trend maybe when we got the guy that's literally setting the trend. So we probably are going to get a different level as this Vic Fangio defense. We saw it with Miami, and you saw how crazy that defense was. The use of what's the white boy name that I wanted?
Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yeah, Van Ginkel, and then Jerome Baker and them boys were
I
getting
got
busy.
you, man.
They play
So
hard.
we'll see. But as well, it all looks good on paper. We went 10-1, and all 10-1 of those games were very close. So yeah, Kellen Moore looks good, but I'm curious to see how that's going to translate onto the field, especially with Nick Sirianni being the CEO of the team.
Yeah, would it be Kellen's playbook or Nick Sirianni's playbook?
I 100% believe it's going to be Kellen's playbook, and Nick Sirianni is just going to provide 1 or 2 things. It's like that meme of them pushing the car out of the lake, but you got the dude that's in the tailgate that's pushing on the window.
Yeah,
that's Nick Sirianni. Worst case scenario, it doesn't pan out. You can fire Sirianni and then let Kellen Moore roll into the head coach role to keep that continuity.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I would go more towards Vic Fangio because Vic Fangio has more of the head coaching experience during his tenure. I mean, even if it was with the Chicago Bears type team, he does have the head coach experience. So he would be like my backup as interim head coach.
I think Vic Fangio is probably just want to be in Philly and watch his kids grow up, his family, grandkids, and just focus on defense.
Yeah.
Only got to be in the building for defensive meetings, team meetings, and then after that, I don't gotta, watch that much film on offense and defense and all these guys. No, here's my defensive playbook. Here's the scheme. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow for walkthroughs. Like I said, I think Vic Fangio is going to be our version of Jim Johnson. He's just perfectly fine with just covering defense. He's no longer has those aspirations of being a head coach.
I love that.
I love it.
I love it. All right,
and then now we got to talk about the second best team in the Lone Star State.
Okay,
podcast over, guys. That's it.
Hey, I guess I gotta go. Bye. My kids are calling.
The team finished off 12-5, went into the playoffs, and for some odd reason, I think everybody was questioning if this game had to be primetime because boy, oh boy,
man,
I was at a birthday party and they turned the game off.
Oh, I turned the game off.
I was in the living room and I was like, no way. I came outside. I went back. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna wait to call my boy. It got to the third quarter. I was like, fuck that. I'm calling him. All my boys, they put their shit to voicemail with me. They was like, we're not talking to you right now. I just want to check on you. I want to make sure
You
you're okay.
gotta give people time.
We gotta check on mental health.
I want to
That's
check on
what
I
it
wanted
is.
to make
Yeah.
sure my boys are okay, not suicidal. Want to make sure they were doing good. Because people is quick to call me when we down and out. Hey, what's up, Reeks? How you doing?
I'll say this. I was pissed, but I was like, as long as the Eagles lose, I might feel a little bit better.
I mean, I think that's always our go-to.
Right.
I mean, it
Right.
It didn't
Yeah.
work. It didn't work. It didn't work though.
It-
I was still pissed.
Yeah.
We lost, and we like as long as the Cowboys don't make it, we all right. And
Yeah.
it was best for everybody. But yeah, so as we look at the NFC East division champs, the Dallas Cowboys, we talk about departures. Tyron Smith
Ooh,
goes to the
additions.
Jets.
They sure went all in.
You got Tyler Badass basically going to the Commanders. Tony Pollard went to Tennessee. Durant Armstrong, he decided to go to the Commanders as well. I guess they had a 2-for-1 special going on out there.
No, buy
Leighton
one, get
Vander
one
Esch.
free.
They're
It's
trying
more
to
of
get
a
our
buy one,
coaching
get one
staff
free.
too.
Leighton Vander Esch was an injury retirement, unfortunately. Probably the only player in the NFL who was keeping the neck shoulder pad alive, the old retro thing going. Michael Gallup decides he wants to go play with another quarterback.
No,
Jonathan Hankins, Dante Fowler, yeah, what was it 3-for-1 now? Dante Fowler went to the Commanders.
Yep.
Like, did
all
somebody from? Oh, that's why.
Dan Quinn.
Dan
He
Quinn.
tried to get
that's
up.
right.
He tried to get some of my coaching staff too. We had to block him.
Quinn said, "I'm taking y'all with me."
And he was trying to get everybody out.
But
Who's coming with me, man?
you know,
Coming
we
with me.
Yes.
gotta state the obvious after the April, was it the March or April coaches, the owners meeting, Jerry Jones making a bold statement of we're all in. The Cowboys only added 2 people, Eric Kendricks, and then they've reached out to the retirement home and brought Zeke back. And they told Zeke, you cannot wear 21. We're all about jersey sales, so you can wear 15.
I think Zeke just wanted to wear 15.
Nah, Jerry told him we need revenue. But if you look at their overall draft picks, bro, Tyler Guyton out of OU, Marshawn Nealon out of was it Western Michigan? Then you got Cooper Beebe, Maris LeFou. I'm tearing these names up. Out of what is it, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Kalen Carson out of Wake Forest. Ryan Florney, I do not, and Justin Rogers, I can't remember where he went. But overall, draft wise, Cowboys did straight.
Yeah, I was happy with the draft. The draft, the only thing that kind of kept me alive. But as far as the departures, I ain't really tripping about. The only 2 players I was mad about us losing, I was kind of up and down with Tyron because I was like, man, Tyron, he had a great season, but the injuries, I get tired of him always getting hurt. We literally had to keep the dude from practicing just so he would be ready to play in the game. It was just time to move on.
Yeah.
And I didn't want us to get rid of Jonathan Hankins, man. Because we still need a good D tackle. We still struggling in that department. So
yeah, and and I actually have to admit, like, the Cowboys did have a good draft, but my only concern and I was recording this at the end for the NFL Masala podcast on Monday. What I thought was a reach was y'all getting Maurice Lufau, that the linebacker from Notre Dame. I saw him as to be more of an undersized guy. You had Cedric Gray, Peyton Wilson, I believe, available, and I think you could have gotten like a better linebacker, which you actually need for your depth. But then you go with an undersized, more of a special teams kind of guy. So I don't know how that's going to work, but with Mike Zimmer being your defensive coordinator, I think you'll definitely have a role for him, or you'll most likely see him on special teams. That's like my only downgrade That's like one of the reaches that I had was like, yeah, that pick for me it didn't make sense.
Yeah, Mars. I was shocked about it. I wasn't really. I was shocked, but I was like, oh, okay, that he kind of fits what Zimmer want to do. He kind of reminds Zimmer of what we got already, Eric Kendricks. His style play. The only thumbs down I have on him a lot is sometimes his tackling is not the best. Like he had like a lot of missed tackles. He is very smart. He can be in the future a good green dot guy. So I'm gonna see how he pan out. I believe he'll have a role. We still have a linebacker that we drafted last year. We have high hopes on a Demarion Overshown, and he's coming off of an ACL. That's the only kind of like worry I have is how will he bounce back from that ACL tear? He gained weight. Because he was very skinny. So I'm glad that he gained he got his NFL body in. I just gotta see how he can shake off on that ACL injury because he was killing it in the preseason last year. So hopefully he'll bounce back. But I love Nealon. Then he was good. I like how we need another edge rusher. We really just trying to see what these young guys that we already drafted previously. Some of them got to step up, and that's what the Cowboys brass is trying to do is get these young guys to give them a chance, see what they're gonna do. My favorite draft is Cooper Beebe because I had my eye on the dude for like a couple of years, and I'm like, when you just had that feeling he about to be like he gonna be on my team. I just got a feeling he gonna get drafted, and he did, and they gonna put him on center. He's very versatile. He played mostly guard, but he can play center too. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do in training camp.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the other downfall I have is we didn't draft a running back. I wanted us to get either Trey Benson. Trey Benson was on my list to get. I wanted him, but they didn't hit him up. And the reason why we didn't get Peyton Wilson is because the medicals, the Cowboys just didn't want to touch him. I'm glad they didn't because we have bad history with linebackers with injuries. Jalen Smith, Sean Lee, Leighton Vander Esch. So the last thing we have to do is go out and get Peyton Wilson. They don't have an ACL in one knee, and then start this whole trend going. So I agree. I wanted Cedric Gray as well. I had my own Cedric Gray, and I also had my own. What's that linebacker that went to the Chargers from Michigan? I forget his name.
Junior Colson.
Colson.
Yeah.
I believe he's going to be a really, really good linebacker.
Yeah.
And I hope we don't fail on him. I hope it don't come back and bite us for us not getting him. But yeah, I'm just going for the ride. It is what it is. We'll see what we do, man. I ain't got no expectations of us winning nothing. I believe we're gonna make the playoffs and lose in the playoffs. That's just how I am.
That's fair. That's
Keep
a
it
fair
being.
expectation.
They haven't shown me nothing, man. I'm sorry. They haven't shown me.
Well, let's bring some optimism to you, Cole. Still on your roster. You got Dak Prescott, you got Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb. That's probably going to be your most valuable player. Kevontae Turpin, especially now with the change in the special teams.
Oh yeah,
he was already cooking with the regular special teams. Now you about to have this man with legit blockers and blocking schemes. I think he's going to cook. And is he a UFL or XFL?
Who?
UFL. He played for the Birmingham Stallions.
So he didn't play the XFL rules, but this ain't that hard. You still got Brandon Cooks. Surprisingly, this dude's been in the league for that long, but I think your surprise wide receiver is going to be Jalen Turpin. Big body. He's probably going to Tolbert, my fault. He's going to show more. Your tight ends are great. Jake Ferguson and then Luke Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker was finally coming into his own, rhythm towards the end of the season. You still got some dogs out there on your O-line. Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, Tyler Smith. So 3 out of 5 isn't bad. If you look in school, that's still passing. On the defensive side, you
No,
you
it's
still
not.
got the as much as everybody hates him talking with and
Yeah.
having his partnership with Bleacher Report.
I like
Micah
Micah
Parsons
Parsons.
is still a freak of a nature athlete. So
He's delusional.
I like Micah.
he could be delusional all he
As a
wants. That
player,
man
he's
is a
He
beast
do
on the
it.
field.
He do it for the views, man.
That's
you gotta
the Jerry.
keep-
That's the Jerry World mindset. It's Jerry World mindset.
He's-
Just do it.
he's
Just
the
get
Kanye
paid.
West
That's what he like to do.
He's
That's
the
what he like.
Kanye West of football. You question what he does, but when he produces, you're just like he can't miss.
He could talk. Who cares
He
about
can't
QT?
miss.
We'll
He
worry
can
about that later.
We talking about
But hey, I think the biggest thing for Dallas is as long as that boy Al Harris is out there being on the DC side, Dallas defense is still going to be an issue because the one thing that knows how to better understand the defense is going to be a DB because he's going to know how to set up his corners and safeties for success, and he understands how to, as far as understand the utilization of the defensive line. I need y'all to figure out what the hell to do with Mozzie Smith.
Yeah.
I know he played. Y'all just need to figure out, put the dude in the damn 3-eye technique and just tell him fucking here, hit the hole, whatever, get busy. But
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like Mozzie, I just gotta see what Zimmer gonna do because Dan Quinn hasn't really done him any justice, as far as getting him prepared. Dan Quinn, I question a lot of stuff. Like he did great stuff for our defense, but he had his flaws, man. He ran into some familiar guys.
Major flaws. That's an understatement. Major flaws. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. That is different.
A long time ago.
Remember, he is the architect behind one of the greatest living memes ever, 28-3. He's responsible for that.
I put it on Shanahan on that, though.
I'm about to say, I'm putting that one on Kyle Shanahan on that.
Shanahan, he's still doing it.
Shanahan, I mean,
still
like,
choke artist.
yeah. I mean, no, the Falcons, they, as I said, like before in the first episode with you guys, they committed draft seppuku by taking, like who? Michael Penix in the 8 overall. That's a dumbass move, by the way. But yeah, I think like with Mozzie Smith, he was like initially drafted to be like that run stopper, and I think like Coach Chenebest, you use like what 3-eye technique on it.
Yeah, he use him in a 3-eye. Let him be that run stuffer, but as well put him in a position to where he can still pursue the ball for like them stretches. Especially if a lot of teams running these wide zones. But that comes back to coaching. You got to put your players in a position to be successful. So you got DeMarcus Lawrence out there.
Yeah. Zimmer also, I think he's switching over to a 3-4.
I think everybody's switching to a 3-4.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if they go 3-4 on this one.
3-4, you put Mike in the outside, you have him stand up instead of hands on the ground. Micah can be a little bit more busy that way. Like overall, the NFC East can be a little bit more fun. Like what Cole said. I've watched the Overshawn at the Red River game when Caleb Williams made his emergence to the league or to the world. So Overshawn was out there getting busy. So that, especially wearing 50 million damn armbands, is wild hearing you say he was small when I thought he was more muscle for that linebacker role. And he was real quick. If I'm correct on his combine, he ran 4.4s?
Yeah.
In that range. So you get another speed athlete like that, and if you can pair it up with the counter Micah, Dallas low key, it can be a recipe for disaster for little teams, and they may potentially could do what hasn't been done and repeat.
I don't think we're gonna repeat. I think that's a real curse, man. Y'all had the opportunity to do it, and the curse kept caught up on you. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was gonna get it the way how things go. It's a real curse. Only curses can do stuff like that, man.
How
shit.
about how about no one wins the NFC East? Just like tie the last final games and then just go on with it. Like F it. We don't
Somebody
want
got to win.
We gonna go
Oh, gotta win.
Somebody got to win.
Somebody gotta
Friday
win.
Night Lights in a coin toss at an undisclosed gas station.
Oh,
Right.
shit. That's good.
That's like some real
Um,
crutchy beer talk right there.
But we kind of went through all 4 teams in the NFC East. Unfortunately, this is not the schedule release week because the NFL finessed us to move it to next week.
It's all right. It'll be next Wednesday.
It will be
Hopefully.
March 19th.
It
Just
says
like
the
we planned
15th. It
it.
says May 15th.
Mar- May 15th.
I mean May. Okay.
That's like
Yeah,
March
ooh, that's-
19th, brother.
Yeah, I was like, bro,
Hey,
whoa.
March?
my-
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
they moved it on us.
My days are all run into each other.
You went back 2 months.
But out of all 4, let's from 1st to 4th, starting with our residential ATLian. Who's your 1 through 4, Coles, as far as your standings? We're not even going to go on the records because we don't know what the schedule going to look like.
Right.
We know opponents, but that schedule makes a difference, boy. You get a
Yeah, I do. You talking about like as far as divisions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's-
just within a
within the
division.
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I say y'all win the division. We'll probably be the runner up, and Commanders will be right behind us, and then the Giants.
Hold on, let me clip that.
we don't repeat, man. We don't repeat at all.
Just write it down as a preferred notice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my fan base, they're a little bit. Nobody is claiming us to have a great season. Nobody's 10 wins at the most. Like everybody on that. We got a couple. We got a couple Jerry Jones fans that believe him. But 85-90% of us, we like, nah, man. We like, nah, bro. Y'all ain't did nothing. We don't trust nothing y'all doing. They over here. There's people out here happy about Zay Jones visiting the Star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zay Jones, why is this developing news? Who cares? You can be wide receiver 3, 4. Like, just let me know when y'all sign the guy. If y'all don't sign, it is what it is. And y'all trying to develop news like the dude Stephon Diggs or something. Awesome.
Yeah.
I was about to say something, but I'm a.
Go ahead, man.
You think Big Bro is calling Little Bro and like, hey,
I'm pretty sure there
go
was a
ahead and
conversation.
go ahead and request that. Come on,
Nah.
It's only a 4-hour drive.
Nah.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
request that real quick.
Cozy, what are you thinking, bro?
Definitely Eagles winning the division. And I'm really, as much as like they've made good moves and everything, I'm really not sold on Commanders coming in second. I think Cowboys still are up there with us for running the division. So I think they come in second. And then I think Commanders in third, Giants in fourth.
Swizzy.
You already know. I'm going to Birds. Gonna take it off top. I keep going. I've kind of broke it down with everything and seen defense. It's just Dallas has been together more. You feel me? Yeah, they really only added one person. They kind of know each other a little bit more than kind of what we're gonna see the Commanders running into each other right now. They kind of have to mesh. So I think Dallas might take it second. And I don't see with the offense that the Giants got, they're gonna have trouble. So I think the Commanders should take the third spot, and the Giants at fourth.
Right.
Yeah. I think like everyone said it easily. I think Birds take number one. I mean, and Rico said it best. Cowboys have been more longer. They have their players have been playing a lot more longer together. Commanders just got started, especially with a new regime taking over. It'll take a little bit of a time to rebuild. So yeah, Eagles, Cowboys, and then I'm actually going to put no, it's not. No, it's not new. I have the Commanders going third over the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones is the QB. That is all there needs to be said. You have Daniel flippin' Jones. Who in their right mind does that?
They gave him a contract and couldn't get out of it right away.
Nobody has faith in Daniel Jones in the
bro,
Giants.
and it's crazy.
Not
Like
one
I
person.
have a homie that's a Giants fan, and he's at the first year they got him, he was all in. Last like 4 years, he's like, bro, he's fucking ass. I can't believe
They still making excuses for that.
bro. And I'm just laughing. Like, I'm like, isn't he Danny Dimes, bro? Isn't he Danny Dimes? Come on.
Like the Giants
Yeah.
fans,
You should have paid him.
The switch of getting the biggest joke, getting Brian Dable. Oh, that's really gonna help our offense. Oh, you got a Hall of Fame worthy guy. Really?
Just because he looks like Eli Manning doesn't mean he plays like him.
Yeah.
well, that's good for us, man.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little conflicted.
Talk to
A
us.
part,
Talk to us.
a part of me wants to put Philly up there, but as well with a new coaching staff and the way our defense is shaped up, I'm going to go ahead and put the Cowboys as repeat. I have Philly coming in second place.
You just want to be different, bro.
You want to be different, coach. Always negativity.
Coach, it was
could be like the
nice
sky's
joining
blue.
with
The sky's blue.
No, it's red.
The sky is purple.
Coach, it was nice joining with you. I'm probably gonna hit the end button and continue on. No. I mean, Coach, you're on some crunchy beer, man. That's for sure.
Nah,
I just don't see it. Man.
I don't know, dude.
no. If you look at it, we've added way too many pieces, so that chemistry is going to have to take a minute to regain. And I'm not even including CJ DJ. I'm counting Saquon, especially on the offensive side, and then guys understanding their roles with Kellen Moore's offense. Yeah, we're going to run the ball a lot, but as well, it's a whole new offense. And Jalen's even said it to where the terminology and stuff is going to be a little bit more different than what he's used to. So, it's going to be their hiccups a little bit. It's not going to be, coming out of the gate and we're smashing teams going, we're winning by 20. We're going to have a better record than 11 and 6. But as well, Dallas has the same pieces in place, and they're not going to have that many pieces that are going to be involved as far as starters. So only thing is Zimmerman has to figure out how he's going to run his defense. But the NFC East is all playing the exact same opponents outside of what Dallas is playing first place teams, Philly's playing second, Commanders playing third, and Giants playing fourth. So I got Dallas basically winning the division. Philly's right behind it, probably by one game, honestly. It's been like that for the last couple of years between Philly and Dallas. So I'm going to keep it close. And then I'm going to have the Giants coming in third. I think Brian Dabo has a point to prove, especially not having, all the marquee places out there. You don't have those big names, so you can kind of keep the offense a little bit more simple compared to I got Saquon, so I need to give him his touches, X, Y, and Z. So you're kind of rolling into that. You don't know who's their marquee guys, so the offense is literally open to anybody to grab. So that's honestly the hardest the offense to scheme against because you don't know their tendencies. It can differ.
Okay.
And then the Commanders, it's Cliff Kingsbury at the end of the day. He's going to want to put the air raid out there in the NFL. It just don't work. you can't go 4 wide, especially with a rookie quarterback. You're just asking for disaster out there. But yeah, that's my take. And as we get ready to wrap this up, we got a guest on here. You're the residential Cowboys fan. You've understood why Jerry Jones liked to put salt on his egg McMuffin. But bro, can you answer this for me?
Don't show that dude to me, man.
What?
How you a fat skeleton?
That's what we do, man.
You know, normally when people are checking the pen to see if it got ink, it's just a little scribble. But that looked like
He did it twice.
Nah, he picked up the whole pad.
I know he did it again.
He flipped. If you look at it, the pages are flipped. So that means he didn't try it on the first page. He's at least 3 to 4 sheets in.
He's stressing.
So,
He's watching what the Eagles were doing.
My question to you is Stephen Jones pulling an Uncle Bernie out there in Arlington?
Man,
morally in Frisco, man. That's what it is.
They both some clowns, man. And to be honest, what a lot of people don't understand, this Stephen Jones is really running the train. Jerry there, but Stephen Jones is really the one running the train, man.
So weekend at Bernie's out there.
He's so cheap, man. Like, he don't want to sign in the beginning, he don't want to sign exclusive players. Not even one. He want to wait until after the draft when all the scrub, he want to get all the scraps and stuff, and he want to get the old players. That's what he want to do, man. He don't want to get like no young.
That's like the way that you said it is kind of like trying to get all them scraps. It's kind of like Tyrone Biggums, the character from Dave Chappelle, where it's like,
yeah, that's all he do. We call him Catboy, Baby Nuts, and Dollar General Jones, man. Dollar General. That's all he like to do. He cheap. He is cheap, man.
So, what week will y'all sign Jason Peters back to the main roster?
Oh, we're not gonna get Jason Peters. We're not gonna get Jason Peters. They ain't gonna do that.
That shit's funny.
I told you right now they trying to get Zay Jones on the roster, man. They developing that news.
Whoa, X Factor.
That's funny.
My problem is they trying to make this big news. And
Zay Jones is a good day too. I mean, he's a good wide receiver 2 or 3 at best.
Yeah, but just sign the guy. Like how y'all do. Y'all sign players out the blue, and y'all just be like, okay, he signed. We gotta be like, oh, we're developing some talks that he coming to the Star for a visit. We always have people coming to the Star for a visit and not sign.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what? And in the fan base, they getting happy and celebrating. I'm like, no, man. Like, y'all fall into that trick again. That's why people be calling us delusional. Because y'all getting happy over nothing right now.
Getting
we ain't
delusional.
finding this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's delusion. And my eyes are open wider than anything.
Hey, for anything we know right now, CJ Stroud in Mika's ear right now. Like, what's up? You trying to come over here? Oh.
That for sure ain't it. It's all about business, man.
It's business move.
They doing their thing too, because
they doing it good. I like it.
Nah, but to answer y'all question, his brother already didn't like. They Cowboy fans. They Cowboy fans. They don't want to go nowhere else. And Mike
they just show up to every Sixers game.
Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan. Don't mean I'm a Mavs fan.
If Mike can keep pushing these linemen like he doing sumo wrestlers,
dude, that sumo wrestler need to come to the NFL. He too young though.
Bro, this is not the replacements.
It only works for Howie.
He can come and play guard.
Yeah, we ain't doing it like that. This ain't the replacement.
A sumo is only good for run plays because when they go into pass pro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, fuck it. I need Howie to get about 4 of them and just run Barkley.
Hey, y'all can switch him over.
That's why we signed another Aussie. We pulled another dude from the damn same Australian league, and low key want to say Jordan Mailata may want to ask his daddy if they can, because they damn sure look alike.
Oh yeah.
We need to pull a rugby player and have him at running back. I need a motherfucker trucking people.
Kansas City beat us to that.
Yeah.
And that probably came at the right time because, they
Bro,
did Rashid
I've
Rice
been-
out there acting reckless.
Bro, I've been scouting that guy
like
for
what?
so long.
Rasheed Rice, man.
That dude just I don't
He messed it up.
Those
bro.
guys from Highland Park, especially in the SMU area, man, they're so wild. And I would know this because like I'm from I'm like originally from like the Frisco, Texas, the Plano Frisco area of Texas, like close to North Dallas. And I mean, like those kids over there, they are wild. And Rasheed Rice, that SMU blood already kicking in, man.
Well, he's gonna get cut and he's gonna go to Jerry World and
He's gonna go over there with a ring.
hey, if that scenario
We
happens,
don't need those problems.
no. Those problems
you
go
don't
away
need 'em,
because
you
you
love
got
'em.
that star on your helmet.
Yeah,
You
Shout out
get
Greg Hardy.
hey,
Greg Hart.
Nah, don't bring him up.
We
There
gonna
was a
see.
couple
bro.
people too, honestly.
you can't overlook beating on a female, but
Yeah, that's
if you speeding, I'm gonna pull you over, but I'm gonna just be like, slow it down.
We
I'm not even
always
gonna,
give him a chance.
call it in.
all right, bro. Just go
Can I
like
get an
this.
autograph?
Yeah,
Can I
we
get an
always
autograph
we
for
do always
Frozen?
give these guys chances whenever they I don't think with his talent. I mean, he was good, but I don't think like he gonna open up Jerry's eyes. Maybe like 3 or 4. If he ain't picked up in 3 or 4 years, they might run the block. They like to wait till they get kind of older.
But as we get ready to end this, once again, everybody thinks, make sure y'all like, comment, share,
Right.
subscribe, give it to your auntie, go to the church, go to the pulpit, spread the word.
Give it to your grandma. Pass it on.
Yeah. No, what? You don't even gotta work. Just share it. Somebody's eventually gonna hop in. Any last minute thoughts? I'm gonna leave you for last. Coles, with you being the guest. Cozy, anything?
I just need this goddamn schedule to come out, bro. I got 3 weddings in the fall and 4 games I want to go to. So I need to like plan this. And last year the schedule fucked me. All the games I wanted to go to, first 4 out of the first 5. I mean, what was it? It was 4 out of the first 5 weeks. Fucked me.
Yeah, because
So
you
this
supposed
year
to be
it's
in
like-
LA.
Yeah. I still never got my t-shirt. But that's
So you just need to go
ahead.
ahead, call Staples, and just get a cozy cutout, and there you go.
I think you should just ask Twiz to just send you the mock and just go make it yourself.
At this point, I'm gonna have to.
At this
I
point.
gotta rely on me.
At this point.
All right, Swizzy, what about you, bro?
I like Coach. I need the schedule. I need us to get closer to football. Because I kind of want to break it down too. I want to see, like when are we gonna play in LA? I kind of want to already, get that mindset. Like, all right, when is that, or when can I, what other games I'm trying to go to? Because low key, I'm trying to go to that Cincinnati game too.
And you were trying to go to the Tampa game because your family's in Florida.
Cuz is trying to get me to Florida. He's like, hey, I'm out here.
We got sand.
Hey, we're gonna see what happens though, because
Yeah.
I can make Florida happen. All I gotta do is call my sister. It's easy money.
Oh, she got a buddy pass like that on Delta?
Or I call my cousin. His wife's a stewardess. Let me get one, cuz I'll stand by.
I'll stay in the back.
I sit in the back. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for that, man. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Excited though.
And then forgive me. I know I've been chopping your name up. I'm gonna get it.
You've been chopping names up all night.
It's repetition though. Repetition.
Yeah.
I can still say Marlon Tuipulotu though.
You can say his name, but you can't say mine. How sad. I'm joking, y'all. But yeah. So I think like I just again like I need the schedule to see that so I can actually do a full complete breakdown and actually say, okay, how many games we can actually win, how many games we won't win. And of course, since I'm in the Albany area, I definitely want to go to more than one Eagles home game. I did that last year, and I got to meet, and I mean, I got to meet the Fourth and John crew. Shout out to Gail Saunders, Evan Hollywood Hearns, and Prime, and and yeah, I want to try and make it to at least more than one home game. And if I ever go back home to Dallas, I may try and catch a game at the new Eagles home, which is Jerry World, by the way. And hopefully we use this guy right there.
He dreamed.
He was waiting on that for so long.
He's been eyeing that corner.
Before the pod, he said the Broom. He said, "Ooh, I'm gonna get him with this one."
I'm just saying though, it's a pot. Hey, it could happen this year.
Yeah, the craziest things can happen. And you know what? Just to reinforce that mentality, another thing that I bring up from NFL Masala called beat the dole moment right here. We're gonna sweep the Cowboys.
You want to bet a local on it?
All right.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Because bet everybody on Four Locos.
Oh my God.
This would be a Cole's bet. Cole's.
Oh, that's a Cole's bet. Yeah.
No, I'm staying away from the bet.
I'm
still under me.
I'm taking it off.
He said, "Don't worry, babe. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not doing this one. I'm not doing this one.
I'm getting somebody with a Four Loco bet. Someone's chugging a Four Loco this year.
Twiz. Get Twiz again.
Tree.
Get Twiz.
I'll get everybody waiting for the schedule, but I'm low key ready for some helmets and shoulder pads to get put on.
Yeah, that too.
Schedule don't mean shit if nobody out there hitting.
Facts.
Yeah. I need to see who look like they ready for it. Is Dijon really the Jason Sehorn of today's world?
Deshaun Considine. You upgraded Deshaun Considine.
CD about to cook that dude.
Is Jeremiah Trotter the next NFL kid to not be a mess up? Because right now, all the ones that are in right now, Asante Samuel, Patrick Surtain, Joey Porter, it's a couple in this draft. You got Frank Gore Jr., you got Chris Jenkins, you got T.O. Son. It's a lot of couple of these kids. Mm-hmm. Who's going to be the first one to be the NBA equivalent or the NFL equivalent of Jordan kids?
The fuck? What do you mean, bro? Ant Edwards been balling.
No, Jordan kids went to the league and were trash.
Right.
Jimmy Butler been killing it, bro. What do you mean?
But yeah, that and when is this college football gameplay gonna come out? Because it come out this month. Because I'm not buying Madden no more. I already pre-ordered my college football. My receipt is literally right here.
I know. I gotta go buy Madden so I can link up with your boys. You feel me? I got the PS5 too now.
No, I ain't playing Madden no more. College football is back.
Madden, they just brought it back, huh?
Yeah. Do you?
That's fun, man.
Oh yeah, I might have to go get a college football game because that used to be the joint.
Yeah.
Them used to be the joints right there.
And you just gotta buy one, and you don't gotta buy another one because guess what? The rosters update themselves every season.
Oh,
that's perfect.
Say less. We on.
Oh,
I might have to cop that. I might have to go get that.
Nah, they're not gonna do that. That's crazy.
What's your any last things, man? I know you've been busy out there. I know your neighbor been bumping Kendrick off fucking all week.
Sheesh.
See, we're about to have that doggone car show at his house, man. So I'm about to,
I know that traffic about to be stupid.
My daughter's ballet studio is right across the street, literally, like you walk across the street to his house. And I'm like, they had to change like the whole schedule because of that. Because you ain't getting past that. I might try to go up in there though, for real. I haven't gone the last 2 years. I might ease my way on this year. See what they talking about, man. You know.
Nice.
But yeah, man, I'm ready for this schedule release myself. I just want to see how things. I'm going to a couple of games myself now. I want to go to 2 Dallas games in Dallas, and I want, of course, you know, we playing the Falcons, so we're gonna be out here in Atlanta. So,
Oh yeah,
I'm getting ready for that.
That's the easiest game.
Oh yeah, you know, we're gonna have a party out here. See them folks, these folks out here in ATL, they still be trying to talk trash to me and stuff, man. I'm like,
bro, you got the Falcons.
y'all
Now,
Who's
are
starting?
you
Who's
driving
starting
out
week
there,
1?
or you hopped on the MARTA?
huh?
Because I've been to a game out there, and that parking is.
Yeah, I
I'm
ain't
not
know.
trying to pay $100 for parking to park
Yeah.
30 blocks away from the stadium.
That's
I'm
how much it
parking.
is.
I'm parking my car at the MARTA, and I'm taking the MARTA into the stadium.
Whoa, we actually had some basketball news update. I know this is like off topic, but Jalen Brunson has had a foot injury, and he's questionable.
Oh yeah, that been happened.
Damn.
I bet on him under on points.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as Boston is beating dudes by 30, I ain't worried about the East.
Yeah.
I want the Celtics to lose.
But all right, folks. Ain't gonna hold anybody up any longer. I appreciate everybody coming on.
Appreciate
Cole,
y'all, man.
I appreciate you
Appreciate y'all,
hopping
man.
on. This is Swoop Squad. Stay in tuned for next week. We may have a schedule release reaction. And make sure y'all follow everybody on their social media pages. Cozy with the hot takes for sure. And if you haven't, stay tuned for NFL Masala dropping on, you said Audacity.
No, like, so you can follow the NFL Masala podcast on Google Podcast, Spotify, Apple, and Pocket Cast. We're also on YouTube as well, so you can follow us
All
there.
streaming platforms. There you go. And then Shrizzy, keep sea walking out there to that DJ Mustard joint.
Hey, and if you
all
need
right?
some new hats, check me out. You know, I still got
I might try freestyle to that. Not like us, man.
I already
Later
told you.
on.
I already told you. Do it. You need to do it. No, if
I-
it's about-
You need a crip walk in it though.
I want to see the
Send you a
dance.
tutorial.
I want to see dancing that
I'ma send
everybody's
you
been
to a
talking
tutorial,
about.
bro.
Bro, follow.
I
him.
mean, you can follow me on IG, man. Like my handle's like right there.
Ask Cozy. I'm barely on IG. Only got it for
Bro,
work.
coach, he has an IG, but he don't be on.
He
IG.
has it, but ask us how many times he uses it.
I was
Wait,
one
wait.
time in the chat. and
Oh
it
no,
was like,
wait. You know what?
Coach is on
He-
this.
I know. I'm guessing he uses the less time that Trevor Keegan has allowed. How many sacks? He's-
And on that note, man, we out of here.
Get out of here.
We
man.
out of here.
Easy.
Take care.